All right, now, I know you've been to jail a few times. Shared some stories from prison and everything. One thing going on right now that I see that's a big topic that everybody seems to be talking about is these 50-50 yards.
Never.
It is a lot. It's causing a lot of problems. Some people are like, well, you can go, but then you got to go, but you can't go, what I'm saying? You can't go to a level 4. You can go, but you're still good at, like, what's your thoughts on all that?
Nigga, you shouldn't, honestly, you shouldn't want to go back to a level 4, nigga. Like, why would you want to go back to a level 4? Like, you better stay out of jail, nigga. Like, so if you choose to go to a 50-50 yard, you choosing to opt out and be on your way out the game. So why would you get out of jail still committing crimes and end up back on the 4 yard? Like, that's the stupidest shit ever. So, like, that's on you. You deserve everything you get. If you really want to go home and you really want to denounce the life, more power to you. Good luck with that. But, like, why would you get out still committing crimes to come back to jail to a level 4 and have to deal with that again? That was like, you should just stay a gangster. Like,
So do you feel like if a person goes to, like a level 2 and they end up on a 50-50, that they should get off that yard?
I feel like you should do whatever you want to do, whatever you feel is the best decision for you and your life and your family life and your future. Do what you do. Who the f am I to say what you should do? My decision ain't your decision. The baddest bitch I think in the world ain't the baddest bitch you think in the world. Like, you know what I mean? That's on you, nigga. It's all, you know what I mean? It's on a case-by-case basis. If you feel like that's the best decision for you in your life, like, hey, like, who am I to tell you different, nigga? Like, you know what I mean? Me, I choose to not be a criminal at all and not have to worry about it. If I don't commit crimes, I don't go to jail. Why the f I gotta worry about that?
So I interviewed a guy named Hector Bravo.
Who is that?
He's a former correctional officer who is exposing all the stuff that was going on.
He was crooked as shit, though. He was crooked?
No, actually he wasn't.
I don't think he was too crooked.
He just exposing
No, he did 16 years, and he actually has some real interesting insight on that he more thinks that CDCR is crooked.
Yeah, they crooked as shit.
That's what he says.
I mean, of course they're crooked. Like, classically they're crooked. Like, how the f you think the shit that goes on there goes on? If nobody was crooked, if no one was crooked on their part and no one was on the take, half of the shit that goes on in there would have never went on. Like, the shit that goes on in there is because certain people that's on the payroll allow it to go on. Classically true. How would it go on?
When I interviewed Hector, he was telling me that he was there when they first kicked off these 50-50 yards, and they put the SNYs with the GP
to see how they was gonna interact.
And they knew it was gonna be a riot.
I was a lieutenant. I was part of the crisis response team, which is the SWAT team for the prison system. You get all the cool gear, man. You get the helmet, the bulletproof vest, the M4 rifle, the Glock, all kinds of grenades and cool stuff, right? We were on standby, so we knew they were gonna riot. We were staged. We were hiding in the visiting room. While Dorm 1 and Dorm 2 at Donovan, the level 1 yard, we were about to mix their enemies. So you had regular officers in the buildings ready for when it kicked off. You had us, the crisis response team, hiding so that when it kicked off, we would respond with overwhelming force. And that's exactly what I was right there. I shot a dude 4 times with 40 millimeter less lethal exact impact rounds, which is the sponge rounds, up the leg. Because he was getting jumped. There was a dude that was getting jumped probably like 7-1. And I was helping the victim by shooting off the other ones. It was a mess, dude. It was messed up.
It was an experiment. They experimented with y'all niggas, just like they did with the Tuskegee Airmen back in. You know what I mean? It was an experiment. They experiment, the guinea pig, human guinea pigs.
Nasty work, man. That
Yeah,
is,
it
I
is.
mean, you can't get no more disgusting than that, man. Let's put these 100 inmates with these other 100 inmates who absolutely hate each other. Let's just put them on the same yard and let's see what happens.
You know what's crazy though? It happens in a county jail every day before you even get to prison. In county jail, that goes on. The police play God in the county jail. Like they could, you seen like 4-Leaf and K5 get these big ass lawsuits because of certain shit. Like, bro, they playing, look at like Lee Baca and all the shit that went on and all these lawsuits and all these federal investigations and all the shit that was going on. Like, the shit be going on, like, way before you get to prison.
What are these lawsuits? I haven't heard about them.
You never heard about Lee Baca and all the shit that was going on and all the crooked C and the FBI doing the investigation, the undercover investigations into the county jail and the operations and the shit that was going on, the gladiator type shit that they was setting up, gladiator fights and like 4-Leaf like a famous, you know what I mean? He famous because of his county jail escapades and like he was part of that shit. He ended up filing, he got a lot of time in jail, but he ended up filing a lawsuit and getting a lot of money out their ass.
Damn.
Man, Hector Bravo said that when they get ready to mix the yards, mix them, bringing in, you know, got the S&Y, the 50-50. He says they're literally, the prison guards are hiding in like a little section with their riot gear on. So as soon as they introduce them to the yard, they're waiting to come out, and they already know. He said they already
know what
up.
to expect. Yeah. That's the thing. But they running experiments just to see. If they didn't let no dope in here, what work would the DEA have? If like they didn't let no, you know what I mean? Like if they didn't have no, like if they didn't let these drugs, like if they didn't let shit happen to a certain degree, what work would law? If they didn't let people break the law, how would the law enforcement have work? Like, you know what I mean? You have to let, you know what I mean? You gotta let
evil in.
You gotta let someone, you know?
Creating a demand.
You gotta create a demand. It's supply and demand. If we didn't let any criminal activity go on, what would be the need for law enforcement officers or law enforcement agencies?
I was interviewing a guy named Western Face from the 30s.
Never heard of him.
And he was in jail, and he was telling me that when he was in prison, you know, as soon as like they had like a little peace treaty going on where they were getting like the races and everybody was kind of getting along, and as soon as that happened, that's when they introduced the 50-50 yards.
It's divide and conquer. It always been that.
What's up? This is Cam Capone. We got more content like this coming soon, so hit that like button, subscribe, and stay locked in to Cam Capone News.